You know, something that I always shared with my dad, now my son shares with me.
Never expected anything like this.
It's a really emotional connection to us.
It's a great day. It's a historic day.
Her wars are over. She has won the right to rest peacefully in Texas waters.
Sometimes referred to as the atomic weapon of her day, Battleship Texas, construction started in 1911, was completed in 1912, was commissioned in 1914. A lot of people consider her the most lethal weapon that man had ever invented. She's the only surviving U.S. ship that served in both World War I and II, was involved in nearly every major battle of World War II, from North Africa to Cherbourg to D-Day, as well as Okinawa and Iwo Jima. At the completion of World War II, was scheduled by the Navy to be scuttled along with her sister ship, the New York. For the first time in history, the U.S. Navy agreed to retire one of its vessels as a memorial museum. She's been in her current location since 1948. She truly has a wonderful history.
I served 2.5 years on this ship. Most things I remember is the wonderful friends I had. I never kept in touch with them after I left the ship. It's kind of sad in a way, but it was, you know, during the war, things were different.
Saltwater never takes a break. It's relentless. I've often compared it to, you know, most people familiar with the Titanic. It's been on the bottom of the North Atlantic for 100 years. The difference for the Texas is we're not on the bottom, we're on the top, but everything below the waterline is subject to the impact of salt water, and which ultimately turns into rust, and rust never rests. And so over the years, if you wind the clock back 2 years ago, we were leaking roughly 2,000 gallons of water a minute at 53 pumps that were running constantly. If you look over my shoulder right now, you probably won't see any water coming out of the ship. As we've prepared to move her to the shipyard, we've sealed up most of those areas. We're certainly aware that we're going to have some leakage en route to Galveston. There's over 1.5 miles of hoses connected to those pumps that will pump water back out. That has to stop, and to do that, we need to repair the hull. So fundamentally, our journey to the shipyard on Wednesday is about doing significant repair work and restoration work to the hull so that we can stop the water from coming in. The damage it does once it gets inside the ship is equally as bad as on the exterior. And so first and foremost, this whole effort is about repairing the hull.
Today is August 31st, 2022, and the ship is about to go into dry dock. It's about 5 a.m.
Early Wednesday morning, we'll remove the gangway, and once we have everything out of the way, we've been prepping by dredging around the ship. We will hook onto her, and we will pull her directly out of here into the ship channel. It'll take us about 45 minutes, we think, to hook the lead tug to her. She'll also have a trailing tug. Once everything is secure, we will pull her right down the channel. We expect to arrive into the Galveston channel somewhere around 3 or 4 o'clock Wednesday afternoon.
You want to see his binoculars?
And actually, we're in Upper Galveston Bay right now, or just past Upper Galveston Bay, getting into Galveston Bay itself. We're at channel marker, just past channel marker 81, and we are making our way on down to Galveston.
And we'll immediately turn her again to float her onto the dry dock, and we think in the early morning hours of September 1st, she will be completely out of the water, something nobody has seen in a long, long time, and promptly to work.
It's just remarkable to have seen that ship leave here, really. I never expected anything like this.
You know, so many people said it couldn't be done, it never happened. It's a magical day. Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm pumped. I think this is a pretty monumental day in the life of the ship, especially when you look at the period since she was decommissioned. The ability for her to survive for generations to come, I think, is a critical piece of why we're doing what we're doing. She truly has a wonderful history.